Marcel Reed is the hero as Texas A&M stays undefeated in SEC play, taking down the LSU Tigers.
You are Locked On Aggies, your daily podcast on the Texas A&M Aggies, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome on into this bonus episode of Locked On Aggies. I'm your host, Andrew Stefaniak. Thanks for making Locked On Aggies your first listen every single day. And ladies and gentlemen, the Aggies are 7-1. The Aggies are undefeated in SEC play. The Aggies have put themselves in a prime position to make a real run this season that could end somewhere very special, and we are talking college football playoff. You know, you put yourself in a prime position to make an SEC championship game. You right now stand alone atop the list when it comes to SEC rankings. Georgia's below you. Texas is below you. Tennessee, LSU, Alabama, all below you. The Aggies are 5-0 in SEC play. This game against LSU, just pure grit from this team. You go down early. Then you score to get back into it. Then you go back down 10 points. And you just keep finding a way to win the game. We're going to talk more about quarterback. We're going to talk more about what the future looks like here. This has been one of the most interesting seasons in my time as a fan watching college football and as my time covering college football. This has been one of the weirder seasons when it comes to quarterback play, because it seems like you have multiple guys who make sense, and then this doesn't go well, and then there's an issue with this, and it's just been really weird. But Marcel Reed, Connor Weigman was not playing a great football game. And I agree with what Coach Elko said post-game about, hey, I mean, obviously he was saying Connor wasn't great, but there wasn't a lot there for him, and he felt like the move needed to be made to run the football, and Marcel Reed sure did that. He ran the ball 9 times for 62 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Aggies as a whole ran the football 49 times. And the funniest part about this is the whole time that Marcel Reed was in the game, he only threw the football twice. He completed both of his passes for 70 yards. So y'all understand my that listen every day here at Locked On Aggies. You all know my issues with Marcel Reed, and it was just I felt that the offense flowed a little bit better with Connor Weigman, knowing that you have your running backs that are great, that are going to help you in your run game, and then Connor Weigman is going to be an accurate passer. And Marcel Reed was a guy that his legs are so valuable, but I just thought he wasn't an accurate enough passer, and I thought he needed a little bit more time to develop. I mean, here's the deal. Every time Marcel Reed is given an opportunity, he shines. You even look back last year to Oklahoma State in the bowl game when he's launched into a game. You know what Marcel Reed is? Marcel Reed is a gamer. He is a gamer. I have so much respect for that young man to come in and play great against Florida, play great your whole time as the starter, those few weeks. And then Weigman comes back against Missouri, and Weigman looks great, and it looks like you lost your job again. And then you are launched into play against the number 8 team in college football. Your team's behind. You're in trouble. And you just come in and shine, man. I have so much respect for Marcel Reed. What Coach Elko does at quarterback, I don't know. It's still to be seen. I think that this is going to be a fun conversation this week. But I would rather be having this conversation about what are we going to do quarterback-wise. And everyone's going to hop on the Marcel Reed train there. And I'm not saying I'm not. I want to watch the game another time, and I want to look back at things, and I want to think about this realistically. And I will probably end up landing on, I think, knowing the way you run the football. If Marcel Reed can just give you a little bit in the pass game, he makes sense as your guy. That's probably what I'll land on. But I want to run back through this, and we'll talk more about that on Monday. But I'd rather be having this conversation knowing the Aggies got to win than having this conversation knowing Texas A&M lost LSU. It's a lot more fun having this conversation knowing the Aggies just got this massive win over LSU. We're going to talk more about it, more about the running game, and why this win is so huge for Texas A&M coming up right here on Locked On Aggies. But first, I got to tell you about our friends over at FanDuel. Get ready to tackle the NFL action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. The FanDuel Sportsbook app gives you everything you need to place live bets on the NFL all in one place. So when you get a hunch in the middle of the game, you can check the latest stats, view play-by-play, so much more on the same page where you place your bets. Just visit FanDuel.com to join today. You'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch and make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think the point that I want to continue to reiterate from this game is this team is gritty, and we're also going to get more into who Mike Elko is, because I am telling you, my dad made a special comment to me, and I'm going to save this for a show this week about a kind of comparison for Mike Elko that I really agreed with, and I'll probably actually have a show around it this week, but it's going to be a really, really special tenure for Mike Elko at Texas A&M. I mean, even the guts to go to Marcel Reed and be right about it. I mean, we know who Coach Elko is as a motivator. We know who he is as a recruiter. We know who he is as a developer. He's just hit everything he's done out of the ballpark to this point. I don't know what more you can ask from the man. I think that he's going to be an elite college football coach for a long, long time. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're playing to hang banners. You are playing to win an SEC championship. You are playing to make a college football playoff appearance. That is what you are trying to do right now. And knowing that in a game where it looks like you're going to lose, Nussmeier's throwing for 7,000 yards, you are able to win the game. And not only win the game, but you win the turnover battle. What was the most impressive thing to me, knowing that, Weigman had the early pick. But you find a way to win the turnover battle 3-1. We knew how important the turnover battle was going to be in this game. It did end up playing a role. You win that. I was proud of what this team did in the red zone. I was proud of this team. They have their identity. They want to run the football, and they said, darn it, we're just going to run it down your mouth. 5 touchdowns on the ground, as I said, 4.9 yards per carry, 242 yards on the ground. Everything you could have asked for from this ground game you got. I was so impressed with this win top to bottom because it was just gritty. It didn't look like it was going to go your way early, but you're at home in one of the best atmospheres in college football, in amazing uniforms, really cool uniforms, and you say, we're not losing this football game. And you put your foot down and you say, here we come, we're winning this damn game. That's what Texas A&M did. They found a way. The Aggies are 7-1. They're undefeated in SEC play. This team is going to go to the college football playoff if they just take care of business against Auburn and South Carolina, which both of those things are doable. This team is confident. This team is playing well. This team is doing everything you could ask for at the most important time of the year. It is almost November, and the Aggies are playing relevant football. The next time Texas A&M suits it up, it's going to be in the month of November, and this team is still in the middle of the playoff hunt. It probably, I can't wait to see where the Aggies are ranked when the AP poll comes out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm fired up. This team is going to do something special. I believe in it. I believe in this coaching staff, and I believe in these players. I know everybody's fired up. I can't wait to see how this goes. We have a fun week, a lot to talk about, a lot to break down when it comes to the quarterback and stuff like that. It's going to be a fun week because it's more fun to break this down after a win than after a loss. The Aggies beat number 8 LSU 38-23. Get fired up. I am. That's going to do it for this bonus episode of Locked On Aggies. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Once again, we'll dive deeper into this game throughout the week. We'll talk more about player by player and stats and break deeper into this quarterback and talk about the rest of the season. There's still a lot going on here. I just wanted to give some overall quick thoughts to y'all. Hope everyone has a great day. Enjoy some football. Enjoy some NFL football. Enjoy it knowing your team won and your team is potentially the best team in the SEC. That is going to do it. Hope everyone has a great rest of their Sunday, and I will see y'all on Monday right here on Locked On Aggies.